Set.
Yeah, just a little Sunday afternoon picnic up here at the old range. Enjoying the clouds, no bad guys in sight. Can you paint me like one of your French girls one time?
Give me your money, kid.
What are you talking about? Oh shit. Dead. Alright guys. For the middle child of shooters, always overlooked, never outgunned. Today, we are presenting the Springfield Armory Hellcat. This is your micro compact pistol, arch nemesis of the SIG 365, right? So, micro compacts, what are they about? Why do you want them? Can they even shoot well? Can you hold it well? Are they practical? Kind of some questions we'll answer today, dive into. Bang, bang. All right, a little bit of history on Springfield, then we're gonna dive into this thing. So Springfield was founded in 1777 by our boy George Washington. He founded it and really just wanted, a government armory that was supplying weapons for every major American conflict up until the 20th century. In 1968, they ended the government armory and was founded in 1974 by a private, which we know is now Springfield Armory, no longer government owned. And yeah, they just kind of pioneered the interchangeable parts that we all now know. They helped develop the M1 Garand. And yeah, we all know Springfield Armory now, founded by George Washington, 1777. Just a little cool piece of history that maybe you didn't know. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm just in the post office.
You can't have a gun in the post office.
You can't have guns in the post office.
I don't have a gun.
I don't have a gun on me, man. What do you mean? No, yeah, fire up. Seriously though, the Springfield Hellcat conceals so well, right? You're gonna have to train drawing a micro compact off of your top of your, genitals is a little scary. So you definitely want to train that, right? So it's just really nice, really smooth. All right, so we're just gonna show you the, how this thing does drawing while sitting in your vehicle, right? A little tip that Lucas at TRX Arms showed me is putting your seatbelt or your sweatshirt or your garment over that bottom strap so it doesn't get, hung up. You don't have to also beat that belt when you're going to draw, right? So if you are driving and concealing, if you are keeping your pistol on you, which you can comfortably do with the shield, it's small enough, you should put that overgarment over that bottom belt so you don't have to fight it. And then it's just a whole lot easier to draw. Right? You don't have to fight that belt as if it was over your clothing. Trying to fight that would be a lot worse. So when it comes to holster compatibility, you won't have any issues. This is a Kydex Customs holster. As you can see, super sleek, super thin. It has those, clips that you like there. I forget what they're called.
You could pick 15 different clips.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of different options you can go with. I personally do like these ones. They do bite onto your pants a little bit as well and inside the belt. So it just gives you that little bit of an extra purchase on your clothing. So when you're pulling it out, no, I don't got nothing on me. As you can see, great concealability. Sweatshirt. It is a little chilly and windy today, so I have a couple extra layers. Just showing with this t-shirt. Still not terrible, right?
Barely shows.
Yeah. So you'll have no problem concealing going into post offices, government buildings. All right, so as you can see, it conceals great. You'll have no problem concealing in government buildings, post offices, schools, wherever you're not allowed to carry, you'll be able to carry. Springfield Hellcat. Initial impressions, guys. This thing really did surprised me in a great way, right? So I've had SIG 365, I've had a Glock 43X, ditched them both just because I have, not big hands by any means, but medium-sized man hands, and this does fit that grip, right? It does fit my hands. I'm able to get a full purchase on the grip, and it doesn't snap out of my hands, which is what I was expecting with the micro compact. Having that 15 plus round capacity just adds to the likeness of this gun. The way that it shoots, it does, like I said, it shoots flat. It doesn't snap out of your hands like you'd expect a micro compact to. Three things about this that I'm really liking: how it fits in my hand, able to get that full purchase on the grip, bringing me into a great shooting experience, how well it shoots flat, soft, able to keep it on target. The dot doesn't go flying out of the window. And then of course, talking about the dot, this thing comes optics ready right out of the box. This is how it came, straight from Borelli. So you're able to go right to the range or put it right on top of your you-know-what and start concealed carrying today. As we're showing you here, we have some great tritium iron sights front and rear. Great for daytime and low light shooting. Just about wrapping up this one, guys. A couple things I don't like about micro compacts in general. I'll start with that. I'm just not a huge fan of micro compacts, but like I said at the start, this thing did surprise me, and it did make me reconsider. If I was going to be looking at a micro compact, it would be between this and a Glock 43 for sure. Another thing that I feel they could have, where they started and could have kept going, is they started with the texture on the grip. It could have just been a little bit more. It's almost like 2000 grit sandpaper, right? It's really not that much. Once it gets wet, once it gets a little bit dirty, muddy, you got to slide right off of that. And then another area that they started and just could have kept going a little bit more is the area up here on the frame, where would be kind of like the gas pedal. They gave you a little bit, they started a little bit, but it's a little bit more would be great. I had to think hard of a couple things I didn't like about this thing, and like I said, for a micro compact pistol that I really am not a fan of, this thing checks the boxes for me, and I would recommend it.
Right.
All right, going over the 5.5 to 6 pound trigger pull here, guys. So you can see a little bit of take up and play there. You hit your wall. Yeah, about a 5, definitely 5.5. Reset right there, nice and smooth, crisp, tactile. Right back into it. Great break, great trigger. Pull her back, right? Nice.
Come up a little bit with the gun. Yeah, right there.
Reset. You can really hear that. Great crisp break. 5 pounds, if that. So we have this 365 trigger, about the same amount of mush until you hit that wall, with a very gritty, mushy pull compared to the Hellcat.
It's a soft wall.
It's a soft wall. It is. And that reset, still going. There it is. You hear it. You can feel it. And that break is it might just be a little dirty too, but it's definitely mushy compared to the. Alrighty. So SIG wall, mush break. Reset's decent, but still, that break is. Ugh. Borelli.com. Affiliate link will be in the pinned comment. That is where you can find yourself a Springfield Armory Hellcat. Coming in around $700. It comes with the optic mounted on it. You're gonna have 3 15+1 mags, and yeah, it's a great little package. You can find at Borelli.com. Tell them Double Charlie sent you. They don't really know who we are, but you can tell them that we sent you there. And always big shout out to Abe's. Abe's Awesome Armament, New Hampshire. Make sure you check them out, especially if you're local. Support them if you can. And you know how it is, guys. Stay tactical, stay practical, always shoot base. Catch you on the next one.